Welcome back in. Well, as you guys can see, we are blessed and ecstatic to be joined by some special guests here in the studio. And I am excited because for the first time ever, we have a roller derby team here on Toyota Sports Extra. And this is not just any roller derby team. They're one of the premier roller derby teams in the United States. They are the Lockeford Roller Derby team, and let me go ahead and introduce them to you guys. Now, they all have nicknames, so let me preface that before I introduce them. All right, we're gonna start off on this side, the one and only Chatty Abby. What's up? What's up, Chatty? Thanks to our studio audience, too, with the wonderful applause there. Right next to her, we have Mona Lisa.
Hi.
Yes. Right next to Mona Lisa, we have Lil Duck. Representing the Giants, I see. All right, now we're gonna go to this side. We have the one and only Slamala Anderson.
Yeah.
Right next to her, he is so sweet. That's why they call him Roller Candy. And last but not least, she is the fearless leader of this incredible operation. She is the woman, the Renaissance woman, the one and only Casey, AKA Let's Be Honest. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show. We really, really appreciate it. First things first. I understand that you guys are currently in preparations for nationals, which you have qualified for. If you could just talk about the excitement of preparing for something of that magnitude and kind of what it takes in order to play on the highest level like that.
Well, I can start with just as a coach. I think that once we get really close to it, I would say about 4 months, right about now, is when things get a little more intensified for us. Our practices are 3 hours a night, twice a week, so we're practicing and together 6 hours a week. That's when they start wearing leg weights and we start doing more, not just endurance, but physical, like planks and things like that. And we're gonna go all the way up to 120 laps per practice, which is what they all love.
That's our warm up.
Yeah, that's a warm up.
Yeah.
That's before we even start anything.
Yeah.
It was very intimidating at first because when like you first start, you barely know like what you're doing, like you barely know how to skate. But the amazing coach Casey right here, she teaches you everything you need to know, how to fall,
how to stay on your skates.
Yes, how to stay on your skates.
To get
Low, and then your breathing, your technique. And yeah.
And how to be a family.
Yeah.
Most importantly.
For those who may not be as familiar with roller derby and the sport, can you guys talk a little bit about, the strategies, talk a little bit about the brutality of it?
Yeah, it's a full contact sport. It's similar to rugby on roller skates, where it's nonstop, hits come from every direction. Where football, every hit comes from the front side. Not roller derby. It comes from every single side on traditional roller skates. Not the inlines, the old school quads.
So let me ask this. Do you guys take any joy or pleasure in hitting your opponent strong while you're out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially
Oh, that was a unanimous yes.
Oh, yes.
I would say our team especially, our motto is strike first, strike fast, strike hard, and we're bred to do that. Like that's what we do when we get on the floor. And
now I'm curious with you guys, some of the younger people, you guys are what, middle school and high school? And most people your guys' age are probably inside playing video games or Fortnite or making TikTok videos or whatnot. And you guys are out here committing yourselves to this sport and, extremely passionate about it. So I'm curious, what attracted you guys to this and to be able to do this at a high level?
Well, I've been skating since I was 6. I was here since the team began, and I've just climbed my way up.
Lil Duck, what is your specialty? What do you enjoy doing?
I do jammer too, but I'm also good at blocking.
How did you realize you were like a jammer?
Because my best friend, little amigo, we used to go against each other at practice, and I got better at jamming. So then I stuck with jamming, but then I'm also a good blocker too at the same time. So then I just progressed the whole entire time.
I love that. I've seen this team in action. I've had the privilege of hanging out at a practice, and I want to say you guys are like a family. It's very family oriented. You feel like family when you are there. Slamala, I want to come to you. You know,
Okay.
how has this experience being so family oriented? How has that attracted you to this team, and how do you feel that having that family atmosphere translates to success while playing?
Oh wow. Well, I feel like this team specifically, right, in this these few years that I played for Lockeford, it's been about 5 now, going on 6 years. It's a really, really special time in all of our lives, especially watching like the younger ones grow up. Right now we have like the little tiny babies. They're so tiny and they're so good, right? And like I fear for my roster spot from like a 7-year-old,
Yeah.
right? Like they progress so quickly, and they come to me for advice. Some of the juniors who can do a skill that I can't do, they give me advice, and we're not in competition with each other. And like I said, it's just really, really special.
We're a family. We kayak together. We're not like most teams. We're the Bad News Bears that happen to enjoy a sport and happen to take it serious. Got to a level of like national titles, and then we decided let's take a next step forward and try out for Team USA. I mean, the first time I tried out, I was the only one that made it, and then the second year we had 6 make it, or the second cycle, it's every 2 years, and then the third cycle we had 7 make it, and it's unbelievable. But like, to be inspired by each other is kind of where it starts. We're inspired by one another, and we see people try things that are fearful because rejection's scary, and the worst you're going to get is a no, and the best you're going to get is a yeah. But when you're trying out for something where you see a bunch of your peers doing it and you see them do it and get it and you might not, that's fearful, like being rejected like that. That's the goal, that's the mission, that's the message, is to prove like failure is only when you quit. It's not when failure isn't getting a no. Failure is quitting. And so that's kind of what we try to do here. That's the mission.
Wow, that was inspirational right there. I got a word right there from Casey. You know, guys, I just want to tell you thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work that you're doing over there, Casey, and continue to just instill positivity in these young people, because a lot of young people need that this day and age. Please definitely come out and support them. Check them out. They're in Lockeford out of the 209. So anyone in the San Joaquin County or even Sacramento, definitely support this wonderful roller derby team. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Absolutely. I really appreciate it. All right, well, this is what we have coming up next right here on Toyota Sports Extra.